We are live. Hey, Will.
Okay, we are here once again. So how's it gone this week, Ron?
Good. I got to ride them 2 times this week. It was got a lot of obligations, but both times I got him to a good place.
Good, excellent.
What we've been doing. It seems like he's more willing to move forward now than he has been. And, it still takes
Excellent.
him a couple times to get warmed up once I get on there. But
Yeah,
once I'm on him, he does really well. Uh,
excellent.
yeah. So and it's yeah. So I think
Better all the time.
yeah. It's
All
the
right, well,
key.
let's start. Let's go ahead and start with lunging.
Okay. Okay, stop walking around, buddy.
Now, just for those of you watching, to give you a little of my thinking, and of course Ron as well, when this horse has been such a reluctant horse to move, that the work in hand for him, with a lot of horses, it's all about calming them down in the beginning, especially with hotter horses. We always want to do that. But with this one, you just got to get him going before anything starts going. So that's why we start off with the lunging with this one at this point.
Yeah, I do. When we do come out here, I do work in hand first. When we're just
Good.
training, so I make sure that we do a lot of small circles, and then I bring them full around the thing. We do some leg yields, all that kind of stuff. So I still work on
Excellent.
that with him.
Good. So keep doing all that.
Yep. We got a whole little routine down. So
Excellent.
hey, buddy. Ooh, put your side reins on. Yeah, him and Calvin were out there fighting each other. So he's got a nice bite
Oh yeah.
right on his nose. Like that's beautiful.
Yeah. Horses like to play rough, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, they do. Trigger used to be always scarred up from these guys. He was a big instigator.
And just keep trying to open up a walk if you can. If he does go into a trot, no big deal. But we keep trying to do this in the beginning, getting certainly better about it.
Well, move out. Move out. Move out. That's a good boy.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not in. Oh,
Just keep trying to open up that walk as best you can. Go out into a trot, that's fine. Good, and that's coming very nicely now. You always see how when they're cold, they start off a little short strided, kind of like a hunched up in themselves. Coming around very nicely now, though. And there we go. Excellent. Watch as soon as he starts to stretch, how the hind leg starts moving differently. We start seeing more swing. Good. Good. That's better. Very nice. Keep working that, trying to open it up a little more. Good. Now go ahead and ask him to canter.
Canter. Canter.
Good. Nice transition today. Good. Keep that going.
Canter.
Very nice.
Canter.
You come back to the trot.
Oh, okay,
He probably heard me. That's all right. You have the speakers on in there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's really good. Now look how much better the trot is now. Really nice. And that was really a good canter for him. That's excellent. The first one. Really nice trot now. So we're always looking to see what improves the horse. Nothing works 100% of the time with every horse. So we always have to try things. Now, if we tried that canter and it's gotten worse, then we would have known that was the wrong thing and we wouldn't have done it again. But that was just what he needed at that moment. Got him a little more active over his back, started swinging better. How much better the trot is after just a couple of circles of canter. But as I said, that can just easily be with a horse just the other way around. Ask them to canter, and it actually makes the trot even worse if they're really disconnected. That's why with horses that are really hollow, usually ones that are sway back and this sort of thing, we always have to wait quite a while before we start doing much canter with them. Next time around to the other side on the wall over there, go ahead and ask him to canter again. Good trot now. And as you say, it's coming around much quicker. It only took him a couple of minutes to get there. One little canter transition, and he was ready to go.
Canter.
Very nice. Excellent. Keep it going this time. Another circle or two.
Canter.
Very nice. And then you can bring him back to the trot.
And trot.
Very good. And get the big stretch again.
Trot.
Excellent. And you can let him walk in reverse. That's great.
Walk and go.
That was quite a dramatic change in only a few minutes' time. As soon as we did that first canter, man, he came back with a very different horse. That was excellent.
I think being out there in the snow all day, he needs a little warm up.
Yep. So you guys have snow on the ground now?
Yeah, we got probably about 8 inches, 6 to 8 inches. It
Oh, wow.
snowed, then it rained, and then it snowed again. And
Wow.
we're supposed to get more snow tonight.
All the good stuff.
Yeah, just trying to keep the ice off the roadways. Hard part.
Yep.
Trot.
Go ahead and trot. That's right.
Trot.
Really nice. Getting there very quickly. Excellent. And go ahead and canter in this way.
Canter.
Very nice.
Canter.
And then back to the TROT.
And trot. He's going to learn how to spell.
That's right. Good there, really nice.
Trot.
Excellent work.
Trot.
And let him walk again. But wait till he stretches. Wait till he gets back down that stretch again. Then ask him to walk right there.
And walk.
Oh, and how lovely that downward transition was. That was really nice.
And
You can let him halt. We're going to shorten the side reins a bit now. Take him up about 5 holes. Excuse me.
sounds to me like you need a little hot water with lemon, honey.
Yeah, well, I got some coffee sitting here. It's hot. About it. Probably not the right thing.
Yep. Coffee's always good for everything.
Yep.
All right, bud. It's good.
Okay.
Okay, walk on.
Yeah, I started shaking hands with people again.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I'm thinking that, nope. I said next time somebody reaches out their hand, I'm not doing it. As soon as I started doing that, I got sick.
You just gotta carry a little bit of hand sanitizer. You shake their
Right,
hand,
that's right.
or you dip it in your vodka, one or the other.
Yep. Exactly. I said, good. Now go ahead and try to open the walk a little bit and see if he goes into trot, no big deal. Just go ahead and trot. I want that to come and flow and not have to, sort of keep urging it out of him. Good. Just trying to yield his hindquarters just a little bit. Good. Another canter or two around. It's all right.
And trot.
And then back to a trot.
And trot. That's a good boy. There you go. That's it.
He always has that moment when he kind of starts waking up. Nice there, good. Very nice. Excellent. Keep that. And go ahead and ask him to canter again. Really gets in a good frame like that. Really very good. Very good. Very good. And then make that downward transition again.
And trot.
Good, very nice. Now, there we go. Keep that.
Trot.
Nice flow there. Now go ahead and walk and halt again and change directions one more time.
And walk.
Nice walk now. And of course, every time we come back to the walk, that's the moment to try to get a little bigger because you come coming out of the flow instead of in the beginning. No big deal. But just think about that next time. When he makes that downward transition, try to keep it going.
I'll keep the walk.
But we'll go ahead and switch sides.
Okay.
Yeah, no, go ahead and switch sides. As I said, that's the time to work on it rather than when he's in the walk trying to, keep him going. It's better after the trot when he comes down, he's already got a nice strong walk.
Yeah.
So you let the trot help you form the walk, so to speak, with a horse that you have to keep trying to urge it out of. And then go ahead and trot. Good. And go ahead and ask him to canter. Wait till he's in the stretch, though, again. The next time he stretches down, then ask him to canter. That's it. Wait for the stretch.
Canter. Canter.
Good. Good. Keep it going for a moment.
Canter. Canter.
And then again, make the downward transition.
And
Good.
trot.
Good. That's good. 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 Now, this time, think about what I was talking about before. We'll make a downward transition to walk, and then just really try to keep it going. See if you can keep it a little stronger after the walk. So go ahead whenever you like.
And walk. Walk on.
I see that's a better walk there. It's just a few strides of it. Keep that going. Good. Good. Like that. Now go ahead and trot again.
Trot. Trot.
So now he's at the phase where you can start doing more transitions with him. So we never worry about transitions between the gaits until the horses are pretty stable in the gaits themselves. But he's at the point now where you can start doing this. Same thing again, bring him back to walk and try to keep the walk active when you bring him back to the walk.
And walk. And walk.
And
Walk on.
there, like that. There, good. That's what we want to see. So that's a much better walk than we got out of him trying to get it, from the start in the walk. Now you can go ahead and halt on the center line and move your side reins up to the upper position.
Same position. Up on top.
Up to the upper position. Put them on top now.
Same
Yeah.
length, I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see how they are once you get them there. Excuse me. I'm going to go take a pill while you're doing that. I'll be right back.
Okay. Walk on. Go. Pay attention.
You can go ahead and step into the trot. With him, it works better. Yeah. Just keep that going. See if you'll stretch into those. Getting better. Good. There we go. Now we're getting there. Good. Keep working on that. Every time he gets up a bit again. Good. Good. That's getting better. There we go. Good. Keep that. There we go. Good. It's getting better every second there. Really good. And those of you watching this, you can see when we put the side reins in the upper position, there's nothing holding the horse's head down. He could actually put his head straight up in the air if he wanted to. So it's a good test of how far you've come in teaching the horse to stretch into the contact and how ready he is to be at these different levels of the pull. Good now. Very good. Good. Keep that going. Very good. Right there. Excellent. Excellent. Excellent now. Very good. Keep it going. But I remind everybody watching these videos, you know, with all this working gaits is when we really start riding horses a lot. Everything up until we have consistent working gaits, we're basically building it so that we can ride it and drive it. But until we have consistent working gaits, we actually don't ride all that much. Just like building a car, you know, we don't drive it on the street till it has brakes and a steering wheel. Then we can do whatever we want, go in a race if we like, or whatever. Really nice there, really good. Excellent. Go ahead and ask him to canter once with them at this point. Let me see what he does.
Canter.
Good, not bad. And go ahead and make the downward transition again.
And try.
Good.
Try on.
Yeah, good, keep that. Very nice. Keep it a little more active. Keep that. Good. Keep it going just like that for a moment. Good, 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 good. Really nice. Keep that. Excellent. So notice that even though he's moving his head up and down a little bit from time to time, he's still staying pretty nicely connected. And once we get in that position, it's very nicely connected. Now, the next time he gets in a really good place and really stretches into it, then ask him to walk again. You decide when. That's looking really nice and free right there. That's excellent.
And walk. And walk. Walk on.
Good boy, just like that. Very nice. As you come around to the center line there, go ahead and let him halt and change directions again.
One more step. And good job, Duke.
What a good boy.
Over. Over. Nope. Nope. Over. Over. Over.
Keep it going. Let's go ahead and move him up into the trot now.
Trot. Trot. Nope. Trot.
There we go.
Trot.
Keep that going. Just keep it going. We'll see if he can soften into that. There he goes, getting there. Very nice, getting there. Keep it going. Good. Keep it going. Good. That's getting better. Now let him walk there for a moment.
And walk.
Go ahead and lengthen the side range about 3 holes on each side. It's like might be a little bit short there. Excuse me. And go ahead and move him up into the trot. Get him
Trot.
up there.
Trot. Go. Trot. Trot.
There we go. And keep that going. There we go. That's more like it. Same thing again. Time he pops up, try to yield those hindquarters a little bit. And let him canter a little bit.
And trot.
And then come back to a trot. Yeah, that's more like it. There we go. Always better after that. Good there. Getting better. Much better now. Go. Keep that. Yeah, keep it going. Almost there. Yeah, good. Yielding the hindquarters a little bit again. Good. Now we're getting there. Good, 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 good. There we go. Good. All right, so what I want to see. Yeah, the side range were just a little too short there in the beginning. For this side. Interestingly enough. Good there. Really nice now. Good. Right there. Good. Excellent. Just like that. Excellent. Keep it going. Do you come to the center line? Then you can go ahead and ask him to walk and halt, and we're ready to get you up there. Much better. So that's always, you know, if you see that if we try something, it doesn't come around within a few circles, you're trying, you always just go back, make things easier. So there's nothing wrong with trying something that's a little harder for the horse. We have to keep trying that to see if they're ready. And then we make adjustments accordingly if they're not quite there yet. And at this stage, you'll have days, you know, depending on how cold they are and this kind of thing, where you'll have a fantastic day and maybe a day that's not so great. Which is the way it goes with all athletes, actually, whether it's a human or a horse. Nobody can work 100% 100% of the time. Unfortunately, the fact that people now live at horse shows is what's led to the demise of so many horses. Because, you know, when I was young, nobody lived at horse shows. You know, you went to horse shows and you came home, you know. Now, literally, people live out there at horse shows. And horses never really get a break like they used to. And of course, they keep going in class after class, day after day after day. And the horses just get more and more sour. So we always have to keep an eye on the horse's attitude to everything that we're doing all the time. In other words, are they liking it or not?
Yeah, I try to mix it up a little bit, like when we do some walk stuff.
Right, exactly.
Just going around in a circle.
So, I mean, obviously, when you work with me every time, I'm always trying to push you to that next level a little bit.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You understand that I don't want you to work like that every day. You come back every time I work with you. The next few days, it's going stretching again, a little deeper again, and then working your way back up there again. And I say every horse is a little different in how fast they get to that point of actually having good working gaits. Very few of them have it before 2 years of consistent work, whether they're horses that you're retraining or ones that you're just beginning. It usually takes about the same amount of time.
Yeah.
And once again, if you read any book by anybody who ever knew what they were doing, like Klaus Bockenhall or the Spanish Riding School, you will see that that's just what they say. The idea of training horses in 90 days is a particularly American phenomenon. That was mostly a product of Western movies and Disney. Oh, I think I'll go home.
That time to go back and eat hay, dude. A little bit longer.
Just amazing, this technology, though. I mean, this morning before I worked with Sandra, I worked with Esther in Hungary. It's amazing that we can do this halfway around the world.
All right. I mean, we're 3,000 miles away doing this, you know?
Yeah. We're 3,000. She's another, what, 5 beyond you, probably, where she is.
Yeah.
The wonderful world we live in.
And the equipment's only getting better. Technology's getting better.
I remember I saw the internet for the first time in 1991. A friend of mine took me to their office and showed me their T1 line.
Oh, yeah.
And I just remember thinking to myself then, man, when we can do video on this, it will change the world.
Well, did you see that Pixio came up with a moving head version? So
it'll
do vertical and horizontal now.
Wow.
They're going after the solo shot.
Yeah, because the solo shot would always do that, yeah. But the solo shot was very, very difficult. I had nothing, mine finally the battery crapped out, but it was nothing but trouble.
Checking my girth. I had it slip on me the other day.
Yeah, go ahead. Always check that girth.
I went to this different one that's a little bit narrower and a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And it's got a little bit more stretch to the keepers. Oh, buddy.
That's good.
He seems to be going better.
We want as much. The problem with some of those shorty girths, people started thinking you only needed like a foot of girth, you know, and all these long straps. You want as little straps on the horse as possible. As the girth should be as long as it can be.
Yeah.
And come up as high as it can on either side.
Yeah, I've got like, with this one, I've got 2 holes left on the.
Right. Yeah, that's about right.
That's about right.
It looks good.
I had one that I got, which was a little bit more stretched than I was at the last holes with it, so. Nope.
Oh, there, Dukers. Whoa. Wants to come and see the camera.
Doing a little trick riding today.
Yeah, forgive him that today. If he wants to go. And just start around the ring, going to the right, fine. Whichever way you like to go first, doesn't make a difference. And of course, our goal is always the same in the beginning, just to get him to open up that walk and stretch into the contact. Good. Now see if you can lengthen that walk on this long side. Keeping your shoulders back, give him a couple of taps with the whip there and see if you can get him to step up a little more actively off of your leg. There we go. It's getting better. Just keep that going. Certainly a livelier walk than we used to get out of him in the beginning. And just keep that going until you get up to the other end and then turn by the center line and do a leg heel to the left. That's a better walk. Good. Keep that going. It's getting better. Good. Actually, for your first one of those of the day, that was pretty good. Each time I see you get a little livelier, go ahead and change the rein across the next diagonal. And do just try to work with your fingers a little bit, softening them a little bit in the mouth. Never trying to force his head down, but just keeping the bit alive in his mouth with your fingers there a little bit. Keeping him active and trying to encourage him into the stretch. And after you change across this diagonal, go ahead and come down the center line and leg heel to the right. Good. As I said, for an early part of the walk for him, that's pretty good. I'd like him to stretch out a little more, but at least he's stepping away from your leg nicely. Now go ahead and change your whip to your outside hand, and from the next long side, do a leg heel moving away from the rail. So the easiest leg heels we do with most horses is always from the center to the outside. So the next more difficult step is from the outside to the inside. Like that. Good. Very nice. Keep that going. Keep it going. You can get all the way to the center line, go straight down the center line, and then track to the right. And now we'll do the same thing from this side, leg yielding to the right on the diagonal. There you go. Keep working that. You get it? Getting better? Good. Good. There we go. Much, much better. Yeah, keep it going. See how far you can go. Keep going with that once you've got it. You can go all the way across. All good. If you don't quite make it, that's all right too.
Running out of arena.
Yeah, that was not bad. Go ahead and track to the left. Now, just on a circle here, let's see if we can get him to stretch down. There we go. There we go. Activating the walk a little more. Thing of really stretching up, lifting your chest. So you're better centered on your seat bones, but slightly behind the motion a little bit. With a horse that's sticky like this, so we can either ride behind the motion with it or ahead of it. We never ride ahead of it. Keep working on that. You're getting there. Trying to get it a little more active. Once again, and try to put him shoulder 4 on your circle. Right now, he's kind of got the shoulders way out to the outside. So see if you can switch that and get his hindquarters the other way. Move them out to the outside. Yeah, that's getting better. Keep working on that. All the way there. Keep it going. That, a little more active. So just like on the lunge line, we know his walk is a little ponderous till we get him to trot a little bit. So go ahead on the long side and let's take him through that process that we always have to go through with him a little bit of getting him moving and starting to stretch in the trot. And just keep working that till he finally softens and you start to feel the flow. But of course, we're not fighting with the front end. All we're doing is working on getting him active. We really can't do anything with our reins unless the horse is actually moving. And just keep working that. There you go, like that. It's always a process with him. There we go, starting to get there. Keep going. Good. Keep trying to open it up. Good. Keep going. That's getting better. Keep working on it. Now try to make a circle there now. See if you can ride a big circle. You can get the circle to help you try to push his hindquarters a little bit out to the outside of the circle so we get him a little more shoulder 4. Getting better. Keep it on the circle. Keep going. A little stronger tap. There we go. Good. Now you got it right there. It always takes that minute for him. Good, good, good. Keep that. Time he comes up, lift your chest a little bit. Give him another tap there as he starts to stall on you again. Very good now. Good, 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 good. Very good. Go ahead and go large if you got that stretch. Very nice. Keep that going. Really nice now. Much better. Try to think about lengthening a little bit on the long side. Good. There we go. Much better. And then onto your circle here again. Using the circle to push his hindquarters a little bit to the outside and engage him again a little more till we get him back into the stretch again. Good there. Very nice. Right there. Excellent work. Now, keep that. Right there. Good. Keep it. Right there. Really good. There we go. Like that. Very nice. Very good. Now go large. Very nice right there. So for those of you watching this is a horse when Ron got him, he had been, we saw videos of them. They were just beating and beating him, trying to make him go. And he had learned to just shut off on the people as his mind was just checking out. So I think what we see here is more of that. Once Ron gets to the other side of it, he starts flowing and sort of forgets about those old tapes in his head, so to speak, how he should respond to people by just refusing and becoming a zombie. Really good now. Keep that, even a little more active. Good. Now with that, see if you can bring his pole up a little bit. So let him come up about midway and then bring your hands together in front of you, but only if we can keep that same good strong trot going. Like that. There you go. And now lengthen again down this long side. Let him stretch all the way down again. And just get it to swing out a little more yet. Like that, till he feels that freedom of the movement. Like that. Really good. Right there. Excellent. Really good. Really good. Go ahead and change on the diagonal. Really good now. Right there. Like that. Excellent. And again, now lengthening down the next long side. And these last two on the other side were some of the best I've seen yet. He's really starting to respond and come through. Really try to open it up, stretch up, swing it through. Very nice. Keep that going. Very nice. Very nice. There. Good. Now in a big circle here. Excellent there. Excellent. Now, just keeping your hands in front of you, just ask him to come up a little bit. Just about midway, about like right there. Perfect. Right there. That's what I want. Good. As long as he keeps the energy going. Good. Good. Now let it back down again and open it up in length and going away from me. Up this long side. Really open it up now. Good. Good. I'm seeing more of a change today than I've ever seen before when I ask you to put him ahead of your leg like that. That's really good. Go ahead and change on the next diagonal. Now lengthen going away from me on this long side. Really good flow right now, Ron. Very good. Keep that. Really nice. Keep that going. Good. And again, lengthening down the next long side. As I said, this is the best I've seen him do this. This is really good today. I'm really seeing a difference. Good. Good. Now, onto a circle here. Like that. Very good. Good. Now, just let his pole come up a little bit, about midway again. Keep your shoulders back. Keep him going, same speed. And just ask his pole to come up a little bit and shorten your reins and bring your hands together in front of you. Like that. And go large again. And right away, try to lengthen right now, but don't lengthen his frame. Just let the trot stay where it is, as his neck stay where it is. Good. Yeah. Keep that. Turn a little bit after the center line and try to do a little bit of a leg yield now. Whatever feels like a comfortable turn, so you don't slow him down to make the turn. Keep the slur in whatever speed you're going there if you can, and then leg yield to the right. Good, 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 good. Keep it going, keep it going. Little tap. Good. Now right back on the circle here into the stretch again. Let him get back into the stretch and open it up again. On tap. Correct your rising diagonal. Yeah, good now. There you go. Good. Keep that. Little tap. And once again, lengthening going away from me on the next long side. And then change the rein on the next diagonal. I actually want you to try to lengthen on the diagonal this time. Now, just for future reference, when you're lengthening in the rising trot, don't change your diagonal in the middle. You change it at the side when you start to slow them down again, so the rising trot change doesn't alter the stride a little bit. Just something to think about for the future. And go ahead and circle here again. Little tap, making it a little more active. A little bit of steam here. Keep it. Actually, go ahead and go large and lengthen going away from me. I want to do the leg yield on this side. Keep that going. Lengthening a little bit. There you go. Really nice. That's the best I've seen. And turning after the center line and doing a leg yield to the left. Really nice there. And leg yield. Very good. Now right onto a circle right now, right where you are there in the center. Look to the right as you go around your circle. Got to keep it that active. And now bring your hands together in front of you and bring his pole up a little bit. Now to keep the trot exactly as it was. All we're changing is just the position of his head and neck if we can without losing everything. There we go, like that. There, you getting it? Good. Keep it active right there. Keep it right there. Really good. Keep it. Another stride or two. That's really good. Good. Keep that right there. Go large again. Let him stretch back down and open that trot up again right away. Open it up like that. Very nice. Yeah, one more time down the next long side. Really good.
Almost there.
One more lengthening. Come on, big bud. Give me one good one and you can be done for the day. Good. There we go. Good. And let him walk. Ah, nice downward transition right there. Excellent. Now you may just walk around the circle once. Keep that stretch in the circle for a second. See if he'll keep going for you for a minute.
I built up the sweat.
Yeah.
Well, I got 17 layers on. But...
Excellent. As you come to the center line right there, I'm liking that. You can just stop and dismount. All right. Now that was by far the best trot I've seen this horse do with you on him yet. And he actually really opened up those strides going down those long sides today. The first time I've ever seen him really do that like that. That was great. So that shows us that we're starting to get more flow through him. And as far as bringing him up into the working trot, he's still a ways from that. You know, we'll have days it will start to settle more and more. But I'm very happy with what I saw today. By far the best flowing trot. How'd that feel to you at the end there?
Good. I mean, I've been getting him to that point on my own, which is
great.
Awesome. And it was great.
That's great.
He did it for you today, so you can kind of see.
Yeah.
You know, and I've been going consistently, doing changing directions and stuff like that. So I was keeping him in a trot. So I think it's helping.
Excellent.
Sure.
Oh, absolutely. That was the best flow we've seen out of him yet. That was really super. Any questions about that?
No, I mean, so when I'm working with him on my own, should I not try bringing him up to a like?
Yeah, try. But if you're not successful, I mean, don't fight him. If you don't get it, go right back to the stretch. So just remember the danger zones. And if you bring up the reins and the horse stops moving, then you know you got to get him moving again. So it's always that goal of as we bring him up, the trot shouldn't change. So if the trot, if bringing his neck up cuts the trot in half in terms of the swing and the speed, then he's not quite ready yet, But he's getting there. I mean, he's really he got to a really good place on the lunge line today. Once again, that was the freest, most flowing trot once we got it that I've seen him do yet. So everything is headed in the right direction.
Yeah, no, it feels good. It feels really good. So
yeah.
He's being a good boy.
Excellent.
Great.
All right, we'll take a little break, and whenever she's ready, I'm just right here. So whenever she's ready to come out.
Sounds
great
good.
work today.
Thank you, Will.
You are welcome.
I feel very loud. Oh,
Well,
hello.
I can see you and hear you okay.
We're live.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, okay, we are. Hi, everybody. We're back. a little communication there. All right. So how is your week gone? We were just starting to talk about that. Why don't you tell me a little bit?
Yeah,
Um,
I decided to take a week off, was what I was telling Will. Mainly because I think my own personality can get the best of me. I was starting to get very agenda driven, and
hmm.
I just thought I needed a break from that because it wasn't helping him or me to get, come out with an agenda of something. And every once in a while, I just find that I need a little bit of a break. So I did
Good.
that. Took all week
Oh,
off.
good.
So I feel like we're going to get one of two versions today. Either he's going to be very forward and ready to go, or he might be the very, total opposite. I don't know what to expect.
Well, let's go ahead and start him on the lunge line and see. I have a feeling he's going to be good from the looks of him there. And once again, nothing wrong with that. Anytime you get frustrated, walk away to your brain. It says when we're working with horses, I can't tell you. When I was young, I walked away many times, to go, okay, this is frustrating me and I don't know what to do. So when you
Yeah.
don't know what to do, you walk away.
And yet, to
But
be
then I learned
honest,
what to do, and the more I learned what to do, the less I was frustrated. I'm never frustrated anymore, when
yeah,
it comes to horses, unless it's what other people do with them.
yeah. No, it was a good break for me, and at the same time, I also, it reminds me of all the accomplishments we made. We kind of ended on that
Yeah.
note last time, talking about everything we have accomplished. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
I was just saying, just walking him out there, just standing there, how much he's starting to come up through the wizard. He's starting to look very different. Head and neck setting on, starting to look different.
Yeah, I notice he
So
even just stands different when he's out in the pasture, when he's like in a stall, you
yeah,
know. Okay.
yeah.
I know you don't like it when my hand's under your neck. Okay.
They start remembering to hold their posture, just like people need to learn to do, right?
Yeah.
But it's not about, it's not about trying. So many people with horses, when they're working them, they're trying to force them into some frame, and then they just let them turn into, whatever when they're not. So as they get better and we train them correctly, they start carrying themselves differently, just like a person does. As I always say, you only have to show me a horse standing in a stall, and I'll tell you exactly how it's been trained, because you can tell all that by how they're muscled.
Well, you're gonna poop or pee? No. Okay, let's go.
She said you gave me a week off. I'll see if I can get another week.
I know, right? That's true. Come on.
Now,
Okay. Wake up.
but I'm proud of you guys have kept going this winter. Last winter,
there
and
he
you
is.
learned that you guys. My picture was. I've got the sun shining in my door here on me. I look a little weird here. Now what's happening?
Oh,
wait,
yeah, you're right. We took a lot more time off the last 2 years, actually, over the winter.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty proud of ourselves for just fighting through it a little bit this year.
It is. Because even if you can just get out and lunge them, it's all you need to do to keep them going. I remember when I used to work with Nuno about that time in his life, towards the end of his life, he was only home for like 3 months out of the year, and he was always traveling clinics. And his son just lunged his horse, and he would always say, "Oh, it takes me about 3 days to get them back to where they were." But they're physically fit, because that's what makes the difference,
Yeah.
So we don't want to be lazy and just let them turn into couch potatoes again.
Yeah.
Because this kind of horse will very quickly turn back to seed.
You're right. Yeah.
So always try to, even if you don't want to ride, just take a few days off, but, still every other day or so, give him a lunch, just so he keeps his blood flowing, keeps the right muscles lighting up.
Good boy.
But having had a week off, he doesn't look like he has a giant hay belly or anything like he used to look,
Yeah.
Walk is coming out pretty nicely, swinging nicely over his back.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and trot.
Ready? And trot.
Very nice, and very quickly getting to a good place. Very nice. Try to get just a little bigger swing in that trot.
And trot. And trot. Good boy.
Very nice now. Very nice. Good job. Very nice. That didn't take too long. Because taking a week off is one thing, but taking off a couple of months is a whole nother thing. You know, a couple of months off and they're back to being couch potatoes again. You don't want to lose all that muscle tone. Horses start to lose muscle tone in 2 weeks, after 2 weeks of inactivity. The muscle starts disappearing. That's really nice now. And you can go ahead and ask him to canter.
Ready? Canter.
Good. Very nice. And go ahead back to a trot.
And trot.
Very nice. And go ahead and let him walk and halt and change directions.
And walk.
That didn't take too long.
And whoa. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. Okay. Walk on. Walk. Good boy.
Very nice. Now the zoom is working all of a sudden.
Oh, good. Ron's there, actually. He's fixing it.
Good. Very good. Good guy and trot.
And trot.
Very good. Keep that going. Very nice. Very nice. Excellent work. And go ahead and ask him to canter.
Ready? Canter.
Keep that. Very nice. Very nicely done.
Come on, canter.
Very nice. And you can bring him back to a trot.
And trot.
Excellent. Let's go around that circle once and come all the way back to the center line, and we're ready to put the side reins on. That's really good. Now, for those of you watching, look how his belly has now pulled up. If you notice when we started, it was a little bit saggy in the middle, not terrible, but look where it is now. See how that gut has really come up now, engaging. Because remember, we talk about the top line, but really it's the entire horse's core. It's the underside muscles as well, but working correctly. What we never want to see is the big underside of the neck. And when we started this horse, he had a big underside, but look how nice that is now. There's no tension in the underside of the neck. And just, while I'm talking here, looking at him standing here, you can see how this horse is rather straight-legged behind. That's why it's difficult for these kinds of horses. But he's moving really, really nicely. Does not mean it's impossible. It just means it's a little harder for them.
Come here, honey. There you go.
So if you were looking at his conformation for a dressage horse, you would go, well, he's a little straighter behind than I would really like to have, but not so bad that it's not doable once we get him working correctly.
Okay.
And as Darcy has learned here with this type of horse, they gain weight very, very, very quickly.
Yes.
So we're always trying to keep that excess weight off of them. It's really nice in the walk there now, though. Really nice. Let him keep that walk for just a second, if you will.
And walk.
How nice that was.
Walk. Good boy.
Nice. Good. Like that. Keep that good working walk around your circle. So once again, you can see that when the side reins are hooked to the top, if your training up to this point is not correct, the horse would just put its head straight in the air and there would be nothing that would stop him from doing it. But when we want to put a horse on the bridle, when you have side reins along the side, if you tighten them, they actually pull the horse down onto the forehand. And go ahead and trot. Excellent.
And trot.
Very nice. A little bit more active trot. That's really quite nice. Look how nicely he's stretching into that position now. A little bit more active. Bring him on a little smaller circle and push his hindquarters to the outside just a little bit.
And trot. And trot. That's a goofy canter.
There we go. Good. Yeah, I like this. Good. Very nice. And you can see as he's stretching into it, those side reins are not tight. He's stretching into the contact with them, but he's not pulling on them. As Nuno Oliveira used to say in his book, and others have not read it, Reflections on Equestrian Art is a wonderful book that should be in everybody's library. But he talks about how the best hands in the world work just like a pair of side reins. They simply limit the length of the rein without pulling and pushing. The more you understand that riding is mostly done with our legs. And if we've done everything correctly, all we do is ask with our legs and the horse goes into the contact with the bridle like you see this horse doing on the end of a lunge line. Really nice. Now go ahead and ask him to canter.
Ready? Canter.
And keep that going for a moment.
Canter.
Excellent. Keep it going. Liking this. What a good boy.
Canter.
He heard me.
Yeah.
Go ahead and canter on with that. And then you make the downward transition when you like.
And trot. Good boy.
Yeah, very nice. You see he lifted up a tiny bit, but not much. And came right back into the contact. Stayed over his back. Right there is really good. As you come to the center line, you can let him walk and halt. Change directions.
And walk. And roll. Good boy.
Very nice. But it was interesting. I had a conversation with João Oliveira, Nuno Oliveira's son, one day, and he was telling me, in his opinion, 80% of dressage work was done on the lunge line before you ever get on the horse, which I totally agree with. The horse has to be moving correctly. Then you get up there and you can ride him. But if you get up there and there's not enough strength to lift you up, they have no option than to go hollow.
Yeah. It makes so much sense to me.
Yeah, and once again, read the Spanish riding school. They lunged their young horses for 2 years before they ever got on them. One whole year of nothing but walk and trot before they ever cantered them.
Yeah, there we go.
And go ahead and trot.
Ready? And trot. Good boy. Huh? And trot. Good boy.
Very nice. That. I go ahead and wait till he settles into the bridle again.
And trot.
And trot. Good. Really good. And as you come to the wall, go ahead and ask for the canter again.
Ready? Canter.
Good.
Canter.
Good. Keep that. And then back to a trot.
And trot.
Very nice. Back into that good frame. As he comes back to the trot, so that'll yield his hindquarters a little bit. That's really good now. Really good trot. Keep that. Very nice. Keep that. Now bring him on a little smaller circle. Just stand still where you are now. So the circle's in like 5 to 10 feet on either side. So we have more like a 20 meters, not 20, but 15 meter circle. So I'm trying to say. There we go. Like that. Very good. And then move it out again. So just yield him to the outside a little bit, keeping that same trot like that. We can begin to work a little bit this way on the lunge line. Now we get to this point. And of course, this is a good test of how small a circle the horse can make. So once again, bringing him back into the smaller circle, just beginning to stand still there and bringing him on more like a 15-meter circle, about 5 feet in from each side. Like that, really nice, and keeping the rhythm. So if the horse can maintain that frame and rhythm, it shows you that they're capable of doing that. In other words, they're ready to do a circle this small. If they weren't able to maintain the rhythm and the movement through the back, we'd know it was too small and we'd have to move them back out. A little more room. They're all a little different. And now bring him onto the smaller circle again and just try to yield his hindquarters just a little bit on the smaller circle so he gets a little more shoulder floor on the circle there. Really nice. Actually starting to bend really nicely there. Keep that. Active. One moment. And as you come back around to the center line over here, just go ahead and ask him to walk and halt. And then just let him stand there for a moment.
And walk.
Oh, good boy. Nice sandwich. Very nice. Now just stand there with that. I like how nice and soft he is in the bridle. That's really good. Really nice. Okay, good. We're ready to get you up there. Excellent. So far, so good.
Yeah.
So everybody needs a break from everything every now and then.
Yeah, I focused on
Even
my
I
own.
haven't touched my piano today, and for me, that's very rare.
I also did some my own fitness stuff. I really stayed focused on that for a week, which,
Yep.
it's hard to fit everything in with working and the farm and then the horses. So it was a good break for me in terms of that too, just feeling like I was re-energizing my own workout.
Yeah. What you got to do.
Come on.
He's kind of reacting to the side reins.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, that's all right. You weren't going far. That was really great with Ron's horse today. We really got a big open stride out of him like we've never seen.
That's awesome. I'm so
He
glad.
actually went forward from his legs.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah. I know you've got everyone. Well, I said that horse was so nice. They don't sell horses like that at bargain basement prices. If there isn't, unfortunately, his problems were mental. That's what they were missing. The problem was them, not the horse. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, horses, when they are tortured, do two things: they either turn into zombies or they go crazy, one or the other, or they just get to like he was, where I don't care. You can beat me, you can do whatever. I'm not going to move. He's so checked out mentally.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And just speaking about that as well, just understanding that, how easy a horse is to train, conformation does have a lot to do with that in terms of how quickly they come around over their backs and these kinds of things. That's why good conformation is important. But
Yeah.
on the other hand, not perfect conformation can be overcome by good training. In other words, like with this horse, being a little
Yeah.
straight behind and a little prone to overweight.
Yeah.
So get them working over their backs, they can always become the best they can be and quite rideable. In all my life of training, however many horses I've trained, I couldn't even begin to tell you the number at this point, but I've only actually told one person, not because simply if they wanted to go up in the levels, they would have to get a different horse. And that's the only person I've ever told one person that in my entire life, and that was a very straight-legged paint horse that had hind legs like 2x4s, and they just did not bend at all. And she got to the point where she was winning at trading level, but the horse just was never going to have any physical ability to lengthen the stride.
Yeah.
So he was just sort of topped off a pretty nice working trot, but he couldn't ever lengthen or shorten his stride much or collect. Those are the kind of things that we look for. Straight hind legs would be something that we don't want. Now, this horse is not, for his breed, he's not overly straight behind. This breed tends to be straight behind. So, we go out and look at all these things when we look at horses, but not so bad that it's going to keep him from doing anything, but it means it's a little harder. The work is a little harder.
Sure.
We have to be a little surer of ourselves than we do with a horse with perfect conformation. That's why, unfortunately, all the ones with perfect conformation that cost a fortune end up getting wrecked because they just immediately push them into frames that they have no business being in, and then the whole body falls apart.
Yep. Well, I feel like my goals are probably in line with what his abilities are because I'm not like super ambitious to do anything crazy in my life. I'm just like content riding my horse
you want
properly.
to ride the horse to the best of good. Yeah, exactly. Enjoying him and having fun. Not everybody's ever going to be a Grand Prix rider. Very few people are ever going to be Grand Prix riders. In fact, most of the ones today that are riding Grand Prix aren't Grand Prix riders. They're just people who bought expensive horses that know a few tricks.
Good boy. Stop. That's rude.
Boy. All right. If you're ready, then just continue large, whichever direction feels good to you, probably to the right. Looks like that's the way you're headed. And just go ahead and work for that stretch in the walk. I'm liking the activity of the walk right off the bat here. Nope. Very nice. Good. Go ahead and turn by the center line and do a leg yield to the left. Walking well enough to be in. And once again, thinking of the leg yield is the time to ask for a bigger step because we can control them. We can get a bigger step doing that than trying to go in a straight line sometimes with horses because they keep wanting to transition into trot. But it's easier to keep them in the walk in the leg yield. Really nice starting off here today. Go ahead and change the rein on the next diagonal. Nice. Keep that going. And just soften him a little bit and see if you can get the stretch a little deeper while you're going. And then go ahead and turn by the center line after A and leg yield to the right. Good turn. Good leg yield. Very nice. All the way down there. Excellent. Now, from the next long side, let's leg yield from the long side to the center line. So you want to probably change your whip to your outside hand going to the short side. We usually want the whip on the side of the predominant leg. So on the leg yield, that's to be the one that he's moving away from. In this case, I like how snappy his walk is today, actually. What a good boy. And leg yielding from this long side to the center line. That's right. Keep it going. Keep it going as far as you can get. Good there. There you go. Good. Straightening them out a little bit. Now go ahead and turn to the right at the top. Very good. Now a little shoulder forward down the next long side. Very nice. Very nice. Excellent. Right there. Really good rhythm. Good frame. Change on the diagonal and let him stretch down and lengthen the stride and the walk on the diagonal if you can. Or to the degree that you can. Always remember your stretch up. Be sure your hips are very free, that you're not locked up in your back. And we just follow that inward swing of the side of the horse.
Did you say change rein or leg yield?
Yeah, change rein and lengthen on the diagonal.
Okay.
There's good. Anywhere there will do. Good. Keep that going. Soften him a little bit. Keep that big step. I'm loving this walk today. Really, really nice. And down the next long side, shoulder forward. And shoulder four in this direction. Very nice. Now remember, a shoulder four, the only difference between a shoulder four and a shoulder in is the degree of bend. When the horse can bend the length of its body, we call it a shoulder in. Go straight down the center line and change the rein. I like how freely your hips are moving. Back to the right. And now on a circle there, begin to bring them up into a working walk. You're trying to keep that same walk you have, and all you're doing is shortening your reins and bringing his pole up. Trying to maintain everything pretty much as it was. And keep that going. Ask him to soften a little bit just by closing your fingers on the reins, a little bit softening, but never hard. It's never just grabbing hold and trying to force a little bit, just giving and taking. And that usually means one rein is steady and the other one is giving and taking. We never seesaw the bit through the mouth of the horse. So one rein is steady, we give and take on the other side. And shoulder forward down next long side, developing a little more frame as we go. Fortunately, the camera just decided to take off. Oh, got you. It's heading there. I got you now. Good. All right. So bringing him up into the working walk during the shoulder 4, like this. Really nice. Now onto a circle right there at E. Keep that same frame. Keep him soft, keep him round. Keep that going. Ask him to soften the joint pole just a little more. See if you can get just a little more flexion from it. A little more activity as well behind at the same time. Good, that's better. Now, as you come around there on the circle, go ahead and come the rest of the way down the long side and shoulder in, just as you were doing. So we get back to the rail, we're going to continue and shoulder in again. Very nice. Right there. Now stay in that working walk and change the rein on the next diagonal. What a nice walk he has today. How does that feel to you?
Good, very good. His walk feels great.
Yeah, it's really nice and active. There's no sort of halt in it, so to speak. Not trying to stop on you. Just go right across that diagonal, keeping him up.
I think I'm having a harder time though keeping him on the bit. I mean.
Yeah, it's not bad where he is right there. You could soften him a little more. He could have a little more flexion, but that's the least of my concerns. It's quite good. And shoulder in down the next long side. Yeah, very nice. Keep that, keep it up. Now circling here when you get to the center. That B again, circling, maintaining the working walk. Good. Good boy. Such a nice, steady rhythm. And once again, as you go, just continue to try to just work with your fingers a little bit, soften his joint pole just a little bit, but without losing the trot, the walk. What we have now, he's walking nicely over his back, whether he's perfectly on the bridle or not. He's maintaining that good position. Now, in the walk on that circle, go ahead and stretch him all the way down and lengthen the stride around that circle while you stretch him all the way down. Good. Keep him on that circle. Keep looking around that circle so you know where you are. Soften him a little bit with your fingers. Take a little more contact there and get him to stretch all the way down again while you keep that activity so he gets a little more contact. Of course, we never want contact to be rigid. It should always be pliable, so to speak. Like that. A little bit deeper. Good. That's much better now. So a little bit deeper yet. There you go. Good. Keeping that active walk. Really nice. There we go. Good right there. Now, if, for instance, if you were in a dressage test doing a free walk on a long rein, that's where they would want you to be, like that. Now, bring him back up into the working trot again. Yeah, that's why he wants to go deeper. That's good. So bring him a little shoulder 4 as you bring him up. So try to bring him a little shoulder 4. Start getting him off of that inside leg. And your reins come a little bit to the center on the circle, stretching up. Go ahead and shorten your reins a little more and see if we can soften him on that circle. There you go. Now just simply ask for a little more. You're getting it. Keep softening. There you go. Now we're getting there. Much better. Really nice walk. Keep that going. Keep it going. And just a little bit more. See if we can get a little more flexion out of him. Ask him for a little, think of a little shoulder in around the circle. Switch your eyes to look to the center of the circle so you know where you're on the circle. So pick a spot in the middle of that circle on the ground and look at it so you know where you are relative to that circle. Now position him a little more shoulder 4 on the circle. Like that. Keep your eye in the center there so you know where you are. Hindquarters a little bit more to the outside. Give him a little more shoulder 4. Like that. And ask him to soften with your reins a little bit. Let your hands come a little bit more to the left. So remember, when we're on a circle, the hand should be a little bit to the inside. Not so much that the outside rein ever crosses the neck or anything, but just a little bit positioned to the inside. And of course, your outside shoulder is parallel to the shoulders of the horse. So your outside shoulder is slightly forward on the circle. There you go, like that. Now ask him to soften a little more. Good, keep that. Now stretch him all the way down and go large. And really open up that walk as you stretch him down. Good. Keep that. Change the rein in the walk, keeping the stretch on the next diagonal. Good, really nice now. Really good. There we go. Excellent. Excellent walk now. Really good stretch. Keep that as the diagonal. That's really nice. Now, right now, what you see right there, that's a perfect free walk on a long rein. Like if you're in a dressage test, the walk part, that'd be exactly what they're looking for right there. Just keep the slack out of the rein. So it's stretching into the contact, but without any slack like that. That's lovely. Really nice. Now, on your circle there, bring him back up into the working walk. This is the best walk this horse has ever had. This is the best walk I've seen this horse have. That was really nice coming across there. Start to bring him up. So as you do, remember to put him a little bit shoulder forward. Get him off of that inside leg as you bring him up so he keeps that back engaged. Good, like that. Stay on your circle, maybe just a little more step. And ask him to soften again. Once again, think about your position this way. The outside shoulder forward. Your outside shoulder is slightly forward. The reins are slightly to the inside, just like that. Just a little bit. That's wonderful. Really nice. Keep that. Now prepare to trot. Keep him right there. And as you get to the rail, ask him to trot rising. And just go large. Yeah. And just keep going large for a moment, just getting him used to the rising trot. There, he wants to stretch into it. Good. Really nice. Wow. What a good boy today. Nice and straight coming down the long side now. Good. Now on your circle here in the center, go ahead and let him have a stretch all the way down now. Wherever you are there. Remember to bring him a little more shoulder forward on your circle. Your inside leg, there you go, like that. There you go. Keep that going all the way down there again. A little deeper yet, even. That's right. Keep going. There you go, like that. Now bring him up to the working trot. Same thing on your circle, shortening your reins. Think about the position on the circle. Your outside shoulder is slightly forward. You should be moving away from your inside leg. Thinking about being slightly shoulder forward. Then ask him to soften to the rein. You get a little more flexion. Keep trying there a little bit, little tap, get a little more energy underneath you. Bring him a little more shoulder forward. His shoulders are too much to the outside. There he goes, coming. Ask him to soften. Keep those reins a little bit to the inside. Keep it. Good there. Go large. Turn after the center line and leg yield to the left.
He is a good boy. My foot hit the wall. And it kind of hit him hard, but he didn't react.
And leg yield. Good. And right onto a circle right there. Look around your circle right away. Your outside leg is back, outside shoulder is slightly forward. Like this. Soften him a little bit with the reins. Once you feel it, he's moving away from that inside leg. Position him just a little more shoulder forward. Get him a little more off of your right leg. That's coming good. Keep it. Keep it. And now go large. Down the next long side, lengthen the stride and the trot rising. The first transitions that we work on are transitions within the gait, not transitions from gait to gait. So just going a little bit larger or smaller. And ask him to open up that stride and get ahead of your leg, just like we saw with Duke today. Very good. Good, 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 good. Very nice. Good. Right onto a circle right there again. Right away in your circle, as you start the circle, be sure he's moving off of that inside leg. If you stretch up, bring him up just a little bit and ask for a little bit more flexion if you can get a little bit more from him. Bring him a little more shoulder forward while you're asking him to do that. Ask him to soften a little bit more of that inside rein. Keep your shoulders up. There. Good, 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 good. Keep that. Now go large. Tap there, stalling. Good. Down the next long side, shoulder 4. There's good. Very nice there. Good. Really nice. So you know you're getting good at this when you realize that the shoulder in gets the horse better, you know that you've learned how to do it. Circle here. That was really good. Once again, soften a little bit on the inside. Get him a little bit off of the inside leg again on the circle there, like that. Good. Really nice. Really nice. And now go large. Keep that same active trot and change the rein across the next diagonal. Very nice. Horse is doing so good. And changing on the diagonal. Go ahead and ask for a stretch here in the circle. Like he's looking for it. As soon as you relax a little bit, he's going right into it. Really nice. Stay on your circle till you get the stretch a little deeper. There, like that. Beautiful. Now keep it active there, right there. Keep that. Really nice. Excellent work. Excellent work. Love that try. Now bring us pull up a little bit and go large. Bringing him back up into the working position. A bit active, and then shoulder 4 down the next long side.
You're good. Come on.
Got a little bit behind your leg there. Good. Now you're getting it better now. You're improving it. Little tap of your whip. And shoulder 4 down this long side. Using the shoulder 4 like you did the other way.
Good boy.
There you go. Now he's getting there. Good boy. Keep that. Step. Good. Now let's give him a stretch all the way down again. Go ahead and go large. Keeping the stretch like that. Keep that. Now down the next long side in the stretch, lengthen the stride. Really good. There you go. Good. Now lengthen. Put both legs. Your seat takes a little. Give him a little tap with the whip. Get a little more. There. Good. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Like that. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep going on the ring. Like that. Excellent. Keep that. Now, going down this long side, I want you to bring his pole back up. Okay, there. Very nice. Keep it right there. Good job. Keep it. Now, circle here. You need to get a little more power off of your leg. There, you start to stall for just a moment, getting a little more off of your inside leg. There you go. So moving up. Keep it. There, better. Sit there. Go ahead and go large now. A little more active. Your seat act there. I like that. Good, good, good. Keep pushing it through the top of your legs. Both legs. Keep them up. Very nice. Right there. Keep that. Keep that. Very good. Keep that. Change the rein across the diagonal. Leave your whip in your left hand. more power in it. Get the bend to the right a little bit more again. Active, good there. Good. Circle. A little more power in it. Now we're going to canter in just a second. So think about that. We're going to ask for a canter. So try to build a little more energy in them without letting it go any faster. When you come back to the middle of the short side there at A, I want you to ask him to canter. Say canter to him. Use the word just for it. Canter.
Canter.
Give him a little tap.
Canter.
Slow down again. Now slow. Don't run him into it. Slow down again. Now give him a little tap with your whip now, but don't let him go any faster. Now go ahead and canter. Good. You got it right there. Good. Good job. Keep that. Keep that. Really nice. Keep it. Stay with that. Stay on a circle right there. Keeping that. Very nice. Keep it. Keep it. Keep it. Very good. Very good. For him, that's really good. Now come back to a trot again. Excellent. Now let him stretch all the way down just to reestablish his top line there after that canter work. Go ahead and take him on a circle there for a moment and let him stretch all the way out for a second. Stay on that circle right there till we get the stretch in this direction. Think of bringing him a little more shoulder forward. Hindquarters a little more to the outside. There, good now. Really good. There's that big stride. Look how much flexion there is in those hocks now. Not bad for a horse with straight hind legs. Really good. Keep that and just go large in the stretch, and then I want you to lengthen down the opposite long side, coming back toward me in the stretch, like we did the other way. Really nice there. Excellent. And lengthen the stride. Give him a little tap. Give me your biggest trot you can give me there. Good, good, good. Keep it going, just like that. Very nice. Go large. Did you get there? Good. Go in large down this long side. And start to bring his pole up towards the end of this long side and onto a circle at the other end. Did I change reins, or is this the rein we already cantered?
We did not change yet. We cantered this side.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and change direction. I was forgetting something there.
Do you want me to change?
Yeah, change diagonal. Yeah. Senior moment.
I get it.
Nice. I love this horse's trot today. Really nice right there. I mean, yes, he could be a little more on the bit, so to speak, but the trot is really good. You could come up and be a little more consistent. Now, keep your whip in. Now, I'll need your whip in your right hand. If you don't have it over there, leave it on the right because we're going to canter again. So we always want the whip once again in the side of the predominant leg. And when you get to the center line, ask him to canter. Try to do it all at once. And oh, yes, very good. And circle there. Excellent. 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 Keep that going now. Keep it going. See if we can make the circle. Keep it going. Don't bury him in the corner. Good, 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 good. Go large. Very nice. Keep it. Keep that. Very good. Now back to a trot.
And trot.
Excellent. And stretch him all the way down in the circle. That was fantastic. All the way down in the stretch again. Excellent right there. Keep that. Beautiful. Big, deep. Look at that stride now. Wow. How's that feel?
It feels great.
Put some power in it. Really nice. Keep that. Excellent. Now just bring him up on your circle. Bring him back up into the working position.
Boy.
Good. On your circle. Get a little more flexion now. Think of putting him a little more shoulder forward. And once again, softening him by just closing your fingers on the reins a little bit there. Good. Keep that. Excellent. Go large. Maintain that. Don't change a thing.
Canter. Trot.
They just somebody's tiring out. Keep that. Go ahead and stretch again.
Abrupt.
Funny, yeah, like he was going to poop. Decided not against it. Good. Keep that. Now, in the middle circle in the center. Taking a little bit shoulder forward. And just getting a little more consistent flexion there a little bit. See if you can get softness, jaw and pole just a little bit more. Tap. Keep them going. Yeah, good. It doesn't stall on us. Keep him a little bit more shoulder 4, keeping the flexion. That's it. That's it. Like that. Remember to look to that center of the circle. You'll know where you are if you look to the center of the circle. So we keep that same distance around the circle like that. There. Very good. Keep that. Excellent. Keep that. Keep working on that. It's getting really good. Excellent. Keep that. Once again, keeping that little bit shoulder 4. Closing your fingers on the reins. Almost a little bit too loose there. Always taking up the slack. Keeping our fingers in contact alive. Like that. Beautiful. Like there. Keep that right there around that circle. Keep it. Bring a little more shoulder 4 again. Right there. Keep it. Keep it consistent all the way around the circle. Remember to look back where you are. Look to the center of that circle so you know where you are. There. Good. Good. Keep that. A little bit more flexion, a little power, a little tap. Get a little bit more for just a moment. Almost there. Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic. Keep that. Keep that. Again, ask for a little bit more flexion. Keep closing your fingers a little bit there. Good, 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 good. And walk. Walk on and let him stretch all the way out.
Good boy, Calvin.
What a fantastic ride.
Off my leg, though. Good. Yeah,
Good to take a week off every now and then. See?
It is, actually.
It is. On all things. No matter when you start feeling, like it's all too much, just have a little vacation for both of you. Really, really nice. Really nice. But those canter transitions were the best we've gotten. The one was right on. The second one was really good. Right there. And away he went and kept it going for you. Really nice.
I was actually a little surprised. So.
Yeah.
Part of it is I guess I should have more faith in my own horse. Like I was kind of, I think it's that whole the psychology of it, right? Like if I'm starting to already think he's not going to do it, that's certainly not helping either one of us.
Nope, that doesn't help. I always think that I can do it at some level.
Yeah.
Like that. So it's finding the level where everything will work. Go ahead and track to the right. Keep that big stretch in the walk going. That's really nice. Keep that. That is really nice. Keep that nice big stretch in the walk. Really good. And there wasn't, normally in the past, so today's the first day, he went right in the stretch today. There wasn't that normal couple of minutes of him kind of fussing around. None of that whatsoever. And wherever you like there, you can halt and dismount.
And I still was thinking, just even now as we were ending, like I went right simply because he stops listening to my left leg sometimes. And so I felt like it was becoming a battle going left. So I guess that's that in-hand work and really just reminding him, you got to move left too.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Now, and don't leave that out when I leave it out because we've only got so much time here. So I count on you to continue doing that when I don't see you, when you can just play. And same thing with all those things, like if you want to let them walk for half an hour, let them walk. But when I'm with you, I try to go through things as quickly as possible to get as far as we can each lesson.
Yeah.
But you don't have to do that every day. You just have to go back and keep trying to remember the things that we did. It will keep getting just like it has. Today was, I thought, with both of these horses, the best I've seen them really go all overall.
Yeah.
Really, really nice.
No, I agree. I'm very happy.
Once again, you see that, when you train a horse correctly, it doesn't take, a Hercules to ride them. So many trainers convince people that only they can ride their horses and only they. The reality is if you set horses up and you teach them to move in self-carriage, then you put somebody on them and they'll carry you, just like you're starting to experience, So the thing to remember, very often trainers make horses more complicated to ride, and people end up not being able to ride them at all by the time they're done making them, so-called finishing them, so to speak. Excellent work today. Questions, you two, or answers? I thought that was fantastic.
No, the only thing I was also going to say is that today was one of the first days I really felt like I wasn't constantly using my leg. Like I was really conscious of trying to relax my leg once in a while, and he would still go. Every once in a while I had a nudge him to kind of keep moving, and more forward, but it wasn't constantly, because I feel like the last lesson we had, that's how I was I just felt like I was constantly using my leg. And I think the answer to that is being a little braver about my whip, but.
Yes, exactly it is. Because once again, if you watch me or Marnie get on these horses, the first thing I do is get on them. They don't bam, bam. I give them a quick tap to them. Oh, there's somebody there, and it wakes them up, So, but once again, I'm used to horses bucking and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
it doesn't. I never want you to ride outside of your comfort zone, so to speak,
Yeah.
because we will get there without. There's no reason to ever go through that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
If it all is done correctly, you have a very good chance of living through training a horse.
Yes. That's a good goal.
Exactly.
You're
All right, you guys. That was great work today. See you next week, same time, same channel.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Excellent, you guys. Great workout. See you very soon.
Okay, sounds good.
Bye.
Good boy, Calvin. He says, I worked hard. He said, I thought I had a whole week off.